What's up, fish keepers? So, today I've been having an issue with this tank, and it's about backgrounds. We all have these paper backgrounds. These ones are like dual-sided black and blue, faded blue, black, whatever. Okay, just black. You can do that, and it's a good way to add some stuff to your tank, some decor, some different colors, some lighting. See this one right here, we've got one kind of subtle in the background. This one's all black. The ones, let's see here. Bruce has a background. This whole shelf is one big background that everybody's lined up against. Of course, that's a 3D background, 3D background, 3D background. So let's mix it up. A while ago, I started doing some styrofoam backgrounds for the tanks that you can see, like the jewels. So I thought, why not do something similar but different? So what we're going to do is, because we got this rock tank over here, which is actually a styrofoam tank we did for the leopard gecko. We'll go through the blizzards another part. We're going to put this one I built. It's going to go behind the tank. Okay. So might not be perfect, but we can work some decor around it, so it'll be like that. And that'll go behind the tank to add some depth. Because of the problem I'm having right now, like most units, your aquarium background won't stay on, or it gets water back there, or whatever the problem is. So we're gonna make that. Let's take a look at it right now. That middle plant right there will block the crack that goes down the middle of the separator, because I had to put it into a double tank that I had done. So let's go ahead and get this started and see what we can do to make this a lot better. See how it looks in the end. Yeah, see that? Take a look at this. It's got a torn top right here. It's all been taped. It's old, it's wrinkled. The back is pretty colorful. So we may be able to use this if we just on smaller tanks. So we're gonna go ahead and set that aside. Might be able to give that to somebody or use it in a terrarium. So now we've got that all cleaned up. Try to keep you guys from swiveling here. With this side first, I guess. I think once we get the back cleaned up too, it'll really shine. Let's do the other half. Actually, I leaned up against the light switch. Alright, I'm liking that. See if we can get that cleaned up and looking a little better. For a different angle here. May even want to spread this across that front. Probably can't see it too well. How's that looking? It's kind of tough with that glare on. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let me start cutting some of this down. There we go. That's a lot of difference right there. So, as you can see, take a look here. Now you can see back here that the rock lines, once some of this cloudiness kind of settles for a second, as the filters are running, you'll start to see that rock in the background. So now we want to adjust our light so that it's a better appearance. Oh, you see that? See all that stonework now? See all that work now going to the back. That middle piece is almost invisible. I think what we're going to do though is we're going to Make sure that stays in place. Okay. Decisions. Let's see, you gotta set it right there. This. And turn it just a sec. There. Alright. So that's what the light at the back of the tank, light at the front of the tank, which is much more appealing. You can see all that rock work coming through here, so I think we're going to go with that. Maybe even mid-tank. But once we top it off, this light disruption right here will stop happening too. So, all I gotta do now is clean this tank and maybe spread out the rocks. Other than that, that's kind of a another option for your backgrounds. It's real simple. So let me show you a couple other things you can do with styrofoam. Okay, so a couple things that I've done with styrofoam have actually blown me away. For example, one of the things that we just installed here is a 55-gallon 3D background that you can build yourself out of styrofoam that you can purchase at a hardware store, or you might even have laying around the house. This can be used for terrariums, aquariums, and vivariums. I've actually got some ideas that are even a little more extreme for its use. So, as you see, we put this whole 3D background in just now. Real simple, real easy. This was a two-piece design that I did for a terrarium, but we'd installed it into the back of this one in two pieces instead of one. I could have done it in one if I was designing it specifically for this aquarium. So this is an example. This is for a 29-gallon standard aquarium, or I believe this might be a 20. Let's check here. Yeah. So this is for a standard 20-gallon, and you can see that it's completely three-dimensional. It's textured. It's been painted. And so what you do with this, and it's easy. You can buy this. This is just a styrofoam flat piece. What you do is you can pick this up at your hardware store. You can get a big old sheet of it. It's pretty inexpensive. I'm not actually sure how much I spent in styrofoam when I did this project. We may do more projects depending on what you guys have to say about it and questions you have. But anyways, take your styrofoam. You're going to carve your lines and give it that effect of rock work. And then you're going to use a butane torch to solidify it. The whole process is actually pretty easy and fun. And depending on your reactions and your comments below, we'll get into that and how you guys feel about this whole setup. But ultimately, you can see in a couple of minutes I made this tank look totally different. Again, you can just slip this in behind your tank and it'll look like there's 1,000 tons of rock inside your tank. for terrariums and other aquariums. I haven't used it for an aquarium yet, but for terrariums it's fantastic. This is a fake rock. This is actually a styrofoam block that we carved all the corners. This is actually like a styrofoam corner piece, and this is actually his partner here. You can see this too. So these were like the corner pieces in a styrofoam packing for like a satellite dish or a TV or something. I don't remember where I got them from. But we carved them out, shaped them, and then we solidified them just with our torch method. Makes them really hard. And then we paint them with a special paint so that it doesn't, it's water friendly, won't contaminate water. And then we wash them, clean them up. Actually, once we paint them, we hit them with sand. You can use clay sand, or you can use, we use beach ocean sand for these ones. Yeah, there you go. You can set those in your terrarium. We're actually going to put these into one of our lizard tanks in another video, and we'll show you what those look like. Again, styrofoam, simple background. You can slide it into the back. You can do it yourself. I can show you how to do that, or you can look it up on YouTube. But yeah, it's a fun project. Pretty simple to do. And there you go. I like it. I like it a lot. You can see here, that's also a 3D styrofoam custom background that we did. That's in a hexagon. That was a pretty fun one. It's got a fat-tailed gecko. And that is a 4-piece design. So there's 1 wall, 2 wall, 3 wall, 4 wall. And I had to slide them in there strategically so that all the pieces interlocked the right way. Another example of styrofoam is going to be this one here. This was a multi-layer, so the back wall is 1 piece of styrofoam, kind of similar to this old one here. So what we did was we started out with 1 piece of styrofoam, and we add on, you can actually see here the different layers with aquarium silicone. So as you layer those out and you carve it up, I'm not sure what this one actually was going to be. It might just be a broken part of an old one. So we add pieces, we sculpt it, and so that you get these outcroppings, little arches here, and they can go into those and, you know, find good place to hide. And the plants are growing great on the top shelf section. There's another lower unders. Whoa, don't want to startle them too bad. But yeah. So it's another simple way you can make your tanks look amazing, inexpensively, and create a project out of it. Something fun you can do. So there you go. Hope you learned something. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more things to do. Yeah, stay fresh, keep it fresh.